Hello, my name is Barbara Jackson, Executive Chef with Aramark at the Dayton Convention Center, and we're here today to put together an instructional video regarding knife safety and proper handling. Alright, there are quite a few don'ts when it comes to knife safety. The first thing you never want to do is hand somebody a knife by the blade. You always want to either lay it on the counter and let the other party pick it up, or another way is to just hand it to them by the handle only, not having your fingers anywhere near the blade, on the top of the blade, handing it by the handle only. Never ever try to catch a falling knife. It will definitely do more damage to you than it will the knife. Thirdly, you never want to take any knife of any size or shape and try and pry anything open. Try and get jars open, cans open, bottles open. You can do damage to the blade. You can do damage to yourself. You also never want to place a knife in a hand sink, in the dish machine, in the 3-compartment sink. You never know who's going to come by, stick their hands down in there. You could definitely hurt somebody very severely. You always want to find yourself a designated spot for knives. Here at the Convention Center we have a knife sink, and everyone knows it's a standard that the knives go in the sink, not to the tank nor anywhere else after use, just to that sink alone. Also, you never want to carry your knife pointed out. You never want to talk with your knife. Alright, anytime you're going to walk, you're going to walk with your blade down. You never want to walk with it out or behind you. Never want to talk with your knife. Another important tip when it comes to your knives is storage also. That is huge on safety. You want to store your knives in a knife sheath, which actually slides on the whole blade. Or you want to get a knife guard that you can actually slide your knives down in. It's a metal-based guard with a rubber top. They're very sanitary. They can be broken down to be clean. So a lot of kitchens also have the magnets that you can hold on the wall. I really don't recommend those, especially if you have a very busy kitchen. First and foremost is make sure that your area is completely clean, not cluttered, that you leave yourself enough working room and elbow room. You want to make sure that under your cutting board you keep some sort of stabilizer, such as a wet towel or maybe the rubber grommet mats that you can slide up underneath your board. You want to pick the right tool for the job. You don't want to cut cherry tomatoes in half with a chef knife. You're more than likely going to want to use a paring knife, or maybe like a boning knife or a fillet knife. So you want to make sure that you understand what each knife is basically used for, or what its main purpose is. This one right here, this is a carver knife or a slicer knife, mainly used to slice loaves of bread, or we can use it for carveries, for meats and turkeys, things like that out on carvering stations. This right here is a chef's knife or a French knife. This handles most of your chopping jobs, as far as whether it be herbs or tomatoes, your larger tasks. The paring knife, sometimes known as a granny knife, is for your smaller jobs, whether it be peeling potatoes, having cherry tomatoes, your little multitasking jobs. This one right here is considered a boning knife or a fillet knife. This is basically for cleaning fish, cleaning tenderloin, boning. This one right here, your serrated knife. This one is really good for slicing tomatoes, slicing bread. This right here is a steel. This is going to help you keep all of your knives sharp. And like I mentioned before, a dull knife is definitely a dangerous knife. We have a metal steel here. There's also ceramic steels and tri-stones. You know, you just kind of pick what works for you. First and foremost, make sure, like I said, that your job area is clean. When you walk away from your area, you want to take any knife that you're possibly using, and we like to kind of just slide it up under our board here, just to kind of act as a guard. You never want to leave your knife kind of just hanging out anywhere on the table for anybody to just come by. They could definitely get hurt. There, once again, the knife could hit the floor, and somebody's instant reaction is to try and catch it. You do not want to do that. First and foremost, what you want to remember when it comes to knife safety is you always want to give yourself enough time to work. You want to try to be as organized as possible. When people hurry, that's when the most accidents happen. We just kind of want to go into a little bit of, I guess, technique as far as knife safety is concerned. I'm not going to go into a lot of details on different cuts. We're just going to actually pay attention more to the knife and the safety. You always want to hold your knife by the handle. What you want to do is you want to pinch your knife from the handle. We're just going to do a French knife here. There's obviously different ways to hold the other knives. When it comes to chopping things, or we're going to cut up this potato, you're going to do the pinch and the claw technique. Pinching your knife means literally what I'm saying. You're going to pinch the blade with your forefinger and your thumb. You're going to grip the handle. With your other hand, you're going to make a claw. You're going to make it to where your fingertips are curled and the front part from your knuckle to your fingertip is straight. So that way, it's exactly horizontal with your knife. So when you go to grab something, you're actually going to pinch something. You're going to pinch it straight down. You're going to use your fingers as your guide. When you go to chop, you're basically going to move your hand back, but always keep your fingertips curled. Keep that flat. What it prevents, when you're rocking your knife back and forth, when you actually are done cutting up everything that you need to cut up and you're ready to chop, when you want to rock your knife, what you're going to do is you're going to keep the pinch effect on the end of your handle. Your fingers are going to go up on your blade. You're never going to bring the tip of your knife up off your cutting board. You want none of this. This is very dangerous. When you're done with your task at hand, as far as washing your knives, we'll just kind of revisit. You never want to take your knife to the dishwasher. You want to personally handle your own tools, clean your own tools, and store your own tools. You want to wash your knife in nothing but hot water and soap. Never run it through the dishwasher. When you go to store it, once again, you want to put it back in its sheath. You want to store it properly, whether you have a specified knife drawer or a hanging knife holder. You always want to keep your knives locked up, put away in their proper places, preferably face down. In conclusion, awareness of proper knife handling techniques and safety provide better performance with all tasks and help prevent accidents.